The world is stripped to endless, biting white. The horizon vanishes, swallowed by a relentless storm, and the silence is broken only by the howl of the wind. Snow slashes sideways, driven by a wind that erases all trace of path or sun. Landmarks disappear, and every step forward is a battle against the elements. Every gust steals warmth, whispering of the permanent sleep that awaits the unprepared. The cold is not just discomfort, it is a predator, patient and merciless. Survival is no longer abstract. It's a desperate, minute-by-minute struggle. Each breath is a reminder of how thin the line is between life and oblivion. Your thoughts narrow, shelter, warmth, water, but above all, fire. Fire is hope. It is the difference between enduring and succumbing. It turns snow to water, raw meat to food, and darkness to light. The smallest flame becomes a beacon, a promise that you can outlast the night. Without it, your body's core temperature drops, shivering gives way to confusion, and the will to fight dissolves into the storm. Exhaustion creeps in, and the mind begins to falter. The stakes are absolute. Fail, and you become another frozen statistic. The wilderness is indifferent, and history is littered with those who underestimated its power. The drive to make fire is a primal instinct, passed down through millennia. It is written in our bones, a memory older than language. Our ancestors faced the same cold, the same terror of long, dark nights. Their survival stories echo through time, reminding us of our shared struggle. Their survival depended on conjuring flame from the land. Each spark was a victory, a defiance of nature's indifference. In this moment you are connected to that ancient lineage. The struggle is timeless, and the need is universal. The challenge is the same, and the solution is rooted in the earth. Every twig, every scrap of bark becomes precious. The landscape, though hostile, holds the key to your salvation if you know where to look. Nature tests you, but it also provides if you have the skill and patience to see. The first battle is against panic. Fear clouds judgment, and hesitation can be fatal. Despair is as deadly as the wind. It seeps in, sapping strength and resolve, making every task seem impossible. Survival demands calm, methodical action. Observe, assess, act. Push aside fear. Trust in your training and let instinct guide your hands. Focus on the task at hand. Each small success builds momentum. Each failure is a lesson, not a defeat. The journey to fire begins not with a spark, but with a single determined thought: I will survive. That decision is your anchor in the storm. This resolution is the true kindling. It is the fuel that keeps you moving even when the odds seem insurmountable. From here, every action flows. Each movement, each breath is a step toward reclaiming warmth, light, and life from the heart of the storm. History is filled with stories of survival and tragedy in the cold. Napoleon's army, unprepared for the Russian winter, perished by the thousands, lacking knowledge, not just supplies. In contrast, the Sami and Inuit thrived, using dry birch bark, reindeer hides, and efficient shelters. Explorers like Amundsen succeeded by learning from indigenous peoples, while others, like Scott, failed by ignoring these lessons. The difference was not strength but skill, knowing how to find dry tinder, create a spark, and shield it from the wind. In the wilderness, practical knowledge is true wealth. Cold is an active force, relentlessly stealing your body's heat. Heat escapes through conduction, convection, radiation, and evaporation, all accelerated in a blizzard. Your body fights back with vasoconstriction and shivering, but energy drains fast. Frostbite destroys tissue, hypothermia clouds judgment and can be fatal. The most treacherous enemy is moisture. Wet clothes conduct heat away rapidly. Staying dry is as vital as staying warm. Every action must be measured to avoid sweating. In the frozen wild, dryness is survival. In a snow-buried world, finding dry fire material seems impossible, but the forest hides secrets. When everything is blanketed in white, it's easy to assume there's nothing but cold and dampness all around. Yet, Survival in winter depends on reading the landscape and knowing where to search for hidden resources. Think vertically. Look for materials elevated off the ground and shielded from snow. Branches and twigs that never touch the wet ground are often drier than anything buried below. Scan the trees and shrubs for debris caught in their branches and don't overlook what's above eye level. Birch bark is a reliable tinder even when damp thanks to its oils. Its papery layers peel easily and catch a spark quickly, making it a favorite among bushcrafters and indigenous peoples for generations. Fat wood from pine stumps is another treasure. Amber, resin-rich and flammable. The resin acts as a natural accelerant, burning hot and long even in wet conditions. Look for old stumps or broken branches where the wood is dark and sticky. For kindling, seek dead lower branches on conifers, squaw wood, dry and suspended above the wet. These branches are often protected by the tree's canopy, staying dry even after heavy snowfall. Snap them off. A sharp crack means they're dry. If a branch bends or feels spongy, move on. Only crisp, brittle wood will ignite easily. Gather a range of sizes, from matchstick thin to thumb thick. Start small and build up, so your fire grows steadily and doesn't smother itself. For fuel, standing deadwood is best. Upright trees are drier than anything on the ground. Fallen logs soak up moisture, but standing trees shed snow and rain, keeping their core dry. Break branches using leverage if you lack tools. Wedge them against another tree or use your body weight to snap them cleanly. No axe required. Prepare more fuel than you think you'll need before striking a spark. Careful preparation is everything. In the cold, fires burn through wood quickly, and you don't want to scramble for more once the flames are going. The forest provides, if you know where to look. With patience and knowledge, even the harshest winter landscape can yield the warmth and comfort of fire. With dry materials gathered, the real test begins, making fire from friction in the cold. The bow drill is your best bet. Fireboard, spindle, handhold, and bow, all from the woods. Choose medium soft, dry wood, willow, aspen, or linden. Carve the spindle and fireboard, cut a V-notch for the ember. Kneel, loop the bowstring, and saw steadily. Consistency, not speed, is key. Shield your work from the wind. The cold will sap your strength. Smoke curls, dust gathers, and finally, a faint red ember glows. Don't stop until the ember is alive. This tiny coal is life itself. The hardest part is over, almost. Now nurture it. The ember is fragile, a newborn heart in the cold. Gently tap the fireboard to consolidate the coal. Place it in your tinder bundle. Shredded birch bark, cattail down or cedar inner bark. Shield it from the wind, cup your hands and blow gently. Smoke thickens, the ember grows. When smoke billows blow a steady stream into the heart of the bundle. Suddenly, flame erupts. Place the burning bundle into your fire lay, add kindling, then larger sticks. Give the fire space to breathe. Now you have a blaze, a defiance against the storm. The fiercest battle is within your mind. Panic leads to mistakes and wasted energy. Knowledge brings calm and focus. See resources, not obstacles. Dry branches, birch bark, fat wood. Break the challenge into steps. Find tinder, gather kindling, build the bow. Each small victory builds confidence and momentum. This is the fire within. Resilience, belief, and the will to try again after failure. Survival is mindfulness. Being present, attuned to your body and environment. Listen to the wind, feel the wood, monitor your energy. Master your mind, and you master the cold. The fire of hope burns brightest in the darkest cold. Creating fire with primitive tools is empowering, a true test of patience and skill. But in real blizzards, even seasoned experts can struggle to coax a spark to life. The cold saps your energy, numbs your fingers, and every movement becomes a challenge. It's a humbling reminder that nature always has the upper hand. That's why modern survival means embracing redundancy, carry multiple ways to make fire: lighters, ferro rods, waterproof matches. Don't rely on just one method. Each tool is a backup for the others, and together they greatly increase your odds of success when conditions turn harsh. Preparation is the first and most important skill. Anticipate challenges, equip yourself thoughtfully, and never gamble on style over safety. Still, ancient skills matter deeply. They're not just for show, they're a bridge to our past and a backup when technology fails. Practicing these skills connects us to the land, teaching us to see resources where others see obstacles. They foster respect for nature, for our ancestors, and for the ingenuity that kept humanity alive through countless winters. These skills build self-reliance and confidence. Knowing you can create warmth from nothing changes your relationship with the wild. It's a quiet strength, a reassurance that you can meet your own needs no matter what. Fire is more than chemistry. It's hope, ingenuity, and the human spirit made visible. It's a symbol of survival, of community, and of our ability to adapt and overcome. In a complex world, knowing how to meet your most basic needs is invaluable. These skills are timeless, grounding us when everything else feels uncertain. Ancient knowledge is a permanent resource, always there when we need it most, waiting to be rediscovered and put to use. At our core, we are all survivors, connected by the fires we build and the lessons we carry forward from those who came before us.